Let's go. Team, looks like we got to put on the wheels and assemble the wheelie bar. These are the instructions. Go to the rear exploded view, and this will show you how to assemble the wheelie bar. The Hobao Hyper MT 2 Plus 6S monster truck, 4-wheel drive. Look at this. It looks so much better in person than when I saw it online. The thing that catches my eye right away, I'm loving the clear windows on the body. I'm loving these rear view mirrors. Loving this roll cage on the back. Black splattered glossy paint job. This thing looks really, really sharp. This is a 1/7 scale machine as well, so it's big. We'll do size comparisons later on in the video, but let's take this initial look. I love these gunmetal rims. These wheels and tire setup looks so nice. Get a little top view going. We'll do a 360-degree walk around. Comes in 2 colors, silver and blue. You can see on the box back here, we have the blue color. I'm rocking the silver. I love the coordination of the wheel nuts and the chassis, that blue on blue. Man, this is one sharp piece of machinery. Look at that. Looking at it from the front, got a 20-inch stance. That's pretty wide, team. The X-Max, I think, is 21, so this is 20. So that puts into perspective how wide this vehicle is. Another thing that stands out for me on the styling is these amber headlamps. What a great realistic feature. Loving the blue shock springs, matching with the blue wheel nuts and the blue chassis. Another thing I noticed is these turnbuckles and arms, they look and feel very heavy duty, very quality. Let's have a look inside here of the wheel. You can take a little gander at that. This bumper as well feels really nice and heavy duty. I'm loving the feeling of the shock weight for the oil. Feels nice. Look at that rebound on there. It's beautiful. I'm loving this stance. The width, solid. Loving the way this thing looks from the front. Very mean, very intimidating. A look at it from the rear end. I want to note something on this wheelie bar. Very easy assembly. There is an axle. It goes all the way through, right? And you put the middle tire on first, and then there's some spacers, and then you put, then you slide, you can see these 2 pieces of plastic on the axle as well. Then you slide these wheels on the outside, then you tighten the nuts, and then they leave 4 sets of screws undone on the bumper. You can kind of see in there where the wheelie bar mounts. Like you can see the screws 1, 2, 3, 4. You pop them on there. I just wanted to make note on that. Sorry I didn't have a live demo on that part, but look at it from the rear. Man, this wide stance, I'm gonna mention it again, makes this thing look so cool. I mean, you got that little monster truck body and you got this wide stance with big tires. I'm loving it. That's definitely a look and feel of a traditional monster truck. I like this wheelie bar too. Just these little pieces of unique styling. 3-wheel wheelie bar. This thing definitely has a unique look to it. I actually like these stickers, these tail lights. Look pretty cool, right? Make it look like they have like little LED bulbs in there. I love the rear window. No sticker back there, just the clear body. I'm loving that. And she is a looker. Wow, when you take the cover off, this thing is a piece of work and engineering. Let's start off by looking at the electronics here. We got 150 amp ESC. We're running 6S. Looks like a hobby wing, don't quote me on that. 2000 kV motor. Running stock Mod 1 16T pinion with a 45-2 spur. I'm really liking that gear ratio out the box. The servo is actually beneath this box, but it's a 32 kilogram servo, which I'm very happy to hear. It seems like it's really high quality and fast, so we'll see how that goes. When we look at the bottom of the vehicle, you can take a glance at the servo. Moving over here, loving this like brace right here. Feels so strong for those top landings. Got like the silicone soft handle right here. Working its way. Look at the shocks. Shock towers. Looks like you got a little shock tower aluminum plate right there. All this aluminum is just quality CNC. Look at these from the back. Make note something. It actually comes stock with XT90 connectors, but I run EC5s on my batteries. So I have these XT90 to EC5s on there because I'm gonna be running 2 3S packs for the maiden voyage. Here is the package that the male EC5 to female XT90s came in. I got these off Amazon. They were at my door in like a day. So if you run EC5 batteries and you get this car and you want to, you know, keep rocking those EC5s, get these adapters, you'll be good. Continuing on, center diff gearbox. I'm loving like the aluminum plates around it. This thing is they got this motor braced in really good too. This thing is built with some quality components. Get you a look inside there. I'm loving this, right? You got the bumper, but then you got like this kind of distance with this type of bracing and the shape. I like that. Definitely does well on absorbing those front impacts. I mean, this thing is just quality. Another thing to note is this blue anodized aluminum chassis. We'll look at it from the bottom, but you can kind of get a look at it, how these plates come together. You can look at the drive shaft going to the rear diff right there. It's a nice big receiver box there. Just a ton of sparkling and quality on the inside. I'd have to say this is a very good looking machine inside and out. Really cool engineering on this vehicle, man. Another thing to note are these battery trays. You can see they're on each side. They're actually removable with these tabs right here, right? Another thing to note is these shock towers. They seem pretty like flexible, so we'll see how they hold up. You know, it's good that it has this big brace here because these things feel pretty flimsy, but that's not necessarily bad. But you know, it's cold here right now, so in Minnesota, So we'll test those. But yeah, just wanted to make note on the shock towers and the battery trays before we keep moving forward with size comparisons and looking at the bottom of this. Here's a look from the bottom. It's like this open chassis, all right? So it's cool that there's these braces around the center diff. One thing that you know, for me, going up like snow banks and things in the winter, we'll see if something bangs into that, right? We'll see if you land on something. You know, we got the drive shafts here. So we'll see what that exposure does. I mean, things are pretty tucked far up in there, right? Beneath the bottom of the chassis. So it's kind of like more sitting in the middle. But, you know, you can land on things sometimes. So it's just something for me to make note of, definitely going up snow banks and things with like jagged ice. And for people that live in different states, maybe rocks and things like that. Something to think about. But either way, take a look close here. It's pretty sweet design. These arms feel great. They feel solid, and you know we'll test them. Like I said, I really like this narrow chassis design with these wide arms. I'm definitely excited to drive this vehicle. I won't lie. It looks so cool on YouTube with other people driving it. And just the design of it right now out of the box has me so excited. One more walk through close. Looks quality, man. It's a big, tough servo too. 32 kilograms. So I'm liking that. The Hobao Hyper MT 2 Plus versus the X-Max. So, you know, the X-Max is a 1/5 scale. The Hobao Hyper 2 Plus is a 1/7 scale. But why I want to do a side-by-side comparison is because this Hobao got some size to it. Like I said before, the X-Max has a 21-inch wide stance, and the Hobao has a 20-inch wide stance. Zoom in on the wheels here. Hobao, it's kind of hefty. The wheelbase is also 2 inches bigger on the X-Max versus the Hobao. Versus the Yarma Outcast 8S, something to make note of is 17-inch wheelbase here for the Hyper 2 Plus. 17-inch wheelbase here for the Outcast 8S. Heads up, you can see that it's you know, it's looking smaller than it, but I mean, it's not like getting eclipsed. Again, I compare them to the big 8S vehicles because I want to show that this Hobao Hyper 2 Plus has some good size to it. Get a close-up of the tires here. Man, I'm loving it. The Hyper 2 Plus versus the Yarma Creighton BLX V5. You can see now, this is big. Next to the X-Max and the Outcast, you're like, oh, well, it's not that big. No. Now look at it, because the Creighton's pretty big. Zoom in on the tires here. Couple important things to cover on the side of the box. All metal drive gears. CNC aluminum center diff mount. Center diff drive system CNC aluminum motor mounting plate with supporting bar. CNC aluminum motor mount with holder. Couple things here. Enhanced one-piece aluminum chassis frame. Roller bar with rubber handle. Bigger battery trays, 32 kilogram high torque, digital servo, metal horn, important. Aluminum alloy hydraulic shock absorber with locking spring cup holder. I love that.
front and rear high torque universal joints with differential out drive cups. Looks like they got a new design here. Definitely some important pieces to cover here. Some specs, the weight, 14.3 pounds. There's some other stuff on the other side of the box I'm going to get into too. The wheels are 20mm hex hubs, and they actually use 17mm nuts. So if you're going to swap out the tires on here, just make note of that these come with 20mm hex hubs. In the beginning of the video, I know I said that it comes in silver and blue. I forgot to mention that there is a version where the body comes clear. Some important contact information right there. All right, let's look at what else was in the box. A look at other important items that come in the box. The instruction manual. We'll get into the remote in a second. Got some stickers, information on the servo, remote, kind of like a little instruction manual there. What I like here is a programming card for the ESC. Looks like we got some instructions in there. Also comes with a separate pamphlet on breaking down programming the ESC. Got some body pins, some stuff for the battery tray, the ever so important tools. Looks like you can do a blue antenna for the receiver box and the remote. Let's get into this remote real quick. Feels really nice, definitely in my hand. Something to note here. The F stands for forward, the B stands for backwards. Looks like we got 4 channels on this remote. Here, you can adjust the stooling dual rate with this wheel. Throttle, reverse, and neutral. Press on these buttons. Steering, reverse, and neutral. Steering trim. Power button. Press it down. Also got a channel 3 right there. I like how it comes with this removable plastic. You know, just a sign of quality control there. Yeah. Sweet, man. Slap batteries in the bottom there. Looks like there's some other charging system that you could possibly plug into it if you put some rechargeable batteries in here. Pretty sweet looking remote for sure. All right, team. We took a look at the outside. We did the 360-degree walk around. We took a look at the inside and the bottom of it. We took a look at some size comparisons. We looked at the side of the box, some vital information. We looked at the other items that came inside the box. There's only one thing left to do, team. Let's take it for its first ride.
All right, team. Hobao Hyper MT 2+, maiden voyage. Before we get into it, I just want to say a sincere thank you to all the people that have ridden with me up till now. 1,000+ subscribers. I can't believe it. Without y'all, there's no me. Without y'all, there's no reason for me to make these videos. And I greatly appreciate it, and I greatly appreciate y'all sharing your energy with me and appreciate you receiving the energy I give back. With that, team, we have a long journey ahead of us. Let's get back to the topic at hand. Hyper MT 2+ by Hobao. Maiden voyage. Let's see what she's made of. 6S machine. All right, let's get it warmed up.
Oh, it's feeling peppy right out of the box. Has a digital servo, not an analog one. So a little different. Supposedly these digital ones are quicker. Seems pretty responsive. Weather has been terrible. Finally got some pavements, about 30+ degrees out today. And it feels like a heat wave. Let's bring this thing back. Let's break it in. Oh, this wide stance, look at it. Already making it super agile. Look at that wheelie. Woo! I have not ran a vehicle in about 2 weeks, team. Let's see what it's worth. Oh, look at it lean. You know, when I was going through different vehicles and different ones I wanted to purchase, this one has been on the list. And, you know, going through all the stuff with the Armas, the Traxxases, this one got pushed down a little bit. But wow. Oh, I'm loving that feeling. Looks a little, look how it leans into it. Oh, those tires are catchy. The servo is quick though, look at that. Let's get used to it. Likes to wheelie, torque feels great. I gotta get the use of the throttle, that's for sure. Turning radius. Yes. Look at that. Yes, definitely need to give us some brake with this wider stance. Look at it sway though. Gonna definitely have to test these tires. You see how it is coming around some turns here. That's pretty tough. Yeah. A lot of throttle plays needed to keep this baby under control, man. It's a big boy. Oh, it still wants to burn through that snow. Oh, that's powerful. I'm gonna tell you, this snow is unforgiving today. Look at it go. Comes with a 45-2 spur. I'm liking the gearing. Look at that thing, it wants to lean. Tons of wheelie power, let's bring it back. Woo! Oh, these tires want to catch. Definitely gonna have to, with this thing being powered on 6s, these tires definitely gonna get tested. Gotta be nice to the throttle. You can't let it in crazy right away. Let's see what it has on some climbing. You can do it. I'm loving this thing. Definitely a different feeling than any vehicle that's in the fleet. Definitely know why a lot of the YouTubers have this vehicle in their fleet. So if you think about getting this one in a pretty good price range for 6s, monster truck, 1/7 scale, woo-hoo, it's a blaster. Very torquey. Yeah, those tires want a balloon. Gotta be nice to it. And then you can keep some handling. But if you let the throttle in too quick, those tires are gonna balloon, you're gonna pizza cut too much. There you go. That's some control. Let me get some control back around with the turn. There. It's a tricky one. Throttle control sensitive with this one. Almost tipped her again. Give me that. Oh, I'm gonna catch a backflip off that part now. Oh yeah. Back landing, let's test it. This servo definitely feels responsive, but it only feels responsive if you don't have enough throttle down. Woo, hoo, hoo, hoo. I cannot wait to put some belted tires on this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, give me a backflip though, buried the nose, got it around. To be able to get this around, it doesn't surprise me with the tires ballooning and pitching it up. Yeah, when you go from driving the 10th scales to the 5th scales, this kind of like falls right in between there. And it definitely has agility. Woo-hoo-hoo. Those tires though. Oh man, yeah. Watch when it goes by. This thing sounds like a maniac when it drives by though. Oh goodness. Oh goodness, I'm getting used to it a little bit. Oh, let's test it. I'll bust these arms today. I don't even care. Let's see how good the shocks are. That was a nice air, nice and smooth. Oh, I'm out of battery already? Oh, we're gonna have to do it in two runs, team. I'm gonna go in and slap another lipo in. One thing I noticed, team, as I went to put new batteries in, and I was thinking and reviewing the footage, when you go full bore with this digital servo gets like mixed signals. Watch the beginning of the video. This thing, when you let it in fast, these tires the servo kind of like wants to wobble a little bit. So that's something I noticed. But when you actually let it in decent, without going too fast right away, then it holds steady and it doesn't want to sway. But yeah, that's one of the nuances with this digital servo. Seems to be sending some mixed signals around. Almost like sometimes when you're using the TSM or AVC, sometimes it makes the car wobble back and forth. But it's really in response to, I think, the throttle play. But see right there, it's very, very nice on the throttle. You keep it eased to about halfway and it'll reward you. Then it's happy. Then it's really happy. But you don't ease to halfway, it gets mad. Oh, it jumps nice. We'll see if it can survive that stuff. Oh, something came loose. Oh, geez, the battery pack came flying out. Look at that. Look at that, team. The battery pack came flying out. We're gonna put it on. We're gonna keep it running. I'm gonna pop it back in. Holy goodness. So it looks like you just slide. It looks like we're learning together on this one, team. Slide it in, pop those tabs up. There we go. There. Now click them back in. There we go. Most def, one thing to make note of right there. Be careful of that battery pack holder. I'm gonna try to ease into it on some straight runs again. Yeah, this thing has a little wobble to it. There we go. You see, it's not doing it there. Let's see if I can ease into it. See if it does it. You see? Oh. See that little I don't know if it's the shocks or if it's the servo. Watch when it comes back. See that? Kind of wobbling. It doesn't throw the steering off when I'm driving. But look at that, look at that, look at that. You see that? That's some swayage. I don't know if that's the tires or what. Kind of goofy. Kind of goofy. Look at it, look at it. Look at it. Yeah, look at that. So, don't know what's up with that. Maybe it's maybe some adjustments I got to make or something. But that's something I noticed off the gate. That's kind of goofy. But whatever. It is what it is. I can deal with it. I'm sure, you know, what I'll do is I'll put an analog servo in here and then we'll test it. Right? But until then, let's see what it's worth. Just being transparent with you guys. If you guys are in the market for this thing, I think you guys should know that. Oh, but it's powerful though. Servo aside or not. I mean, that thing is tough. These tires, like I say, the ballooning sometimes definitely helps, right? Definitely helps cut through the snow. This thing though, the front end, definitely likes to pitch up. Wheelies, no problem. But see, it's not swaying there, right? But I didn't go full bore. But it's nice. It's nice, so. Just take some getting used to. Oh, I'm loving the way this feels. Yeah, it's a ripper. Look at it go. That's a lot of water. You see that throttle play though? This thing will reward you with agility. You get that? Pump that throttle right. It's your best friend. Let's get some air off it. See what it's worth. And there goes the battery trays again. Make note of this. This is irritating already. And there's probably a mod out there for it people have done already. So we'll do some research together on that, team. Figure out what people are doing to combat that. All right, let's keep it moving. Seems to be holding up pretty well to the bashing. But that is some major ballooning, guys. 6S, I'm not gonna lie. I don't mind ballooning on the snow, but on the cement, yeah, this thing is gonna be couple little slight things to configuration, and I think it will be ready, right? But yeah, out the box, that's couple things that are bothering me: the swaying and the battery trays popping out. But other than that, whew, it's crispy. Definitely impressive. But see, look at that turning radius. I like that though. Yeah. Oh, it's taking it though. Oh no, did I just blow the tire? I did. Look at that. There you go, team. There it is. That's gonna end that run. Look at that. Blew the tire out. Oh, look at that. Are you serious? Now you know why you blow the tire out. Look at that. And there goes the tire, team. It was a heck of a maiden voyage though, but I'm telling you, these tires were ballooning. So it looks like we got to do a mod and get some some 24 millimeter hex on here to get some different tires or something. That's going to conclude this maiden voyage, team. I guess we're bringing it on in with a busted tire. Oh, man. Okay. All right. Team, thanks for joining me on this maiden voyage of the Hobao Hyper MT 2+ 6s. I'm going to say I got some mixed reviews on this one. Definitely has a lot of torque, a lot of power. It's a heck of a good looking vehicle. It feels very snappy, powerful through the snow. Couple weird nuances is the swaying at high speed, slowing down. And these tires, just to be honest with you, Hobao, they're not built to handle this 6S power. The ballooning of them is pretty aggressive, and then balloon to the point where we blew the tire out. Okay, so also these battery trays that fall out getting some air, and that's not even extreme bashing. Imagine if you're like Rich Duper Bash or like RC Dude 81 where the car drops out of the sky. I mean, those packs are gonna drop out with it. So just some things to note, but a lot more to come with this vehicle. Different tire configurations, speed tests, different things to make this what it is. But out the box, you know, it's semi-impressive, but there's some things that can be adjusted. But either way, team, more to come with this. And like I said, thank you so much for riding with me up to past 1,000. We have a long journey to go together, and I appreciate each and every one of you. As I always say, appreciate the time, every time. Hit like and subscribe for more content like this.